Right, what we have here is the Stepchild Latchkey for 2015-2016. It's one of the more popular boards in the Stepchild lineup, and it's one of the longest running in their range. Comes in two flavours, standard camber and this, the reverse camber, essentially a rocker all the way to the ends. New from last year, carrying on to this year, they've developed a new printing technique for the top sheet graphic. Essentially, they just directly print onto the top, means they don't have to have any lacquer over the top. They say this saves weight, but if you bring a Mars bar up the hill, you've probably gained as much weight as that's lost. But what that is good for is it eliminates some of the harsher chemicals that the workers making these boards have to deal with. For the first time in the Stepchild range, they've included struck turn on an extruded base. Struck turn is essentially loads of little dimples on the base that is meant to reduce surface tension, stop the board sucking into the piste in the snow and sticking. Can't say I've ever really noticed that problem on a snowboard before, but this did keep up with a couple of guys on sintered boards. So we'll just take it for granted that it works. I've always been a bit skeptical about rocketed boards. I do really enjoy the control and the edge bite you get from camber. I've never really been afraid of having too much edge. But this is the board that's made me, not a convert, but I definitely really enjoyed riding this board around the mountain. We took it for a few runs through the Stash, a wooden feature park here in Avoriaz. You can whip it around, press it, go sideways on logs. This thing is really flexible, really maneuverable, but because it's got these carbon stringers from tip to tail, there's a lot of snap in this. It's not as kind of flimsy as other rocker boards when you take it off side hits and even kickers. You can get a lot of height off a simple ollie. It's a lot of fun. Would I swap this out for my regular board? Probably not. But for spring conditions like we've had in Avoriaz this week, this is absolutely the board that I would like to have under my feet every day. It's so much fun to butter, wang off side hits. You can land on pretty much any type of transition, and it's flexible enough that it'll just shoot you out the tranny on the other side. In short, it's the perfect springboard if you like jibbing around, having a bit of a blast on the mountain with a big group of friends. I would consider adding this to my quiver, and coming in at around the 300 pounds mark, it's not outside of the realms of possibility. This is the Stepchild Latchkey for 2015-2016.